Right. My question is my question is that the really big immediate things that we can do are education and population. I've read your book. I think it's fantastic. Here with Andrew, we are very keen on the forestry side, but I think that there are huge things that we can do with health, bicycles, load food miles, all of that, and population education. So what's your, are you going to have that as part of your report?
Okay, they're all really important issues. Essentially, they're not really the questions we're answering. If there's population policies that reduce population over time, that makes it a bit easier for us to supply energy. So we think absolutely go ahead with those kinds of things concurrently. In terms of behavioural change around food miles, you know, anything where people want to change their behaviour, you know, we're absolutely all for it. But essentially what we do is we say, even if we have to meet the energy demands that we have at the moment, we're going to provision enough electricity to supply for that. Now, if other people want to come in and do reports and make suggestions around population, behavioural change, reducing food miles, although reducing food miles would probably be incorporated in some ways, we're absolutely all for it. But for the purposes of what we're doing, we're saying we're provisioning what we already provision, so that we can show that in the worst case scenario, we can still meet our energy needs. No worries.
All right, one more question just up the back there.
What plans do you have for actually getting government to take notice of anything you're saying and not just having this as a bunch of dead trees?
Okay, all right. Now, this, we didn't do this because we wanted to write a report. Okay, we did this because we want to actually get these things built, and we want to make this a reality. But we needed to base it on a sound, solid, inspiring, coherent plan. So essentially we've done the work. Now we have a program. The plan is one small part of what we do. We train up public speakers and we go out there and we let as many people as we possibly can know that all of this stuff is possible, okay? And we're continually going and meeting politicians at federal, state, local level and briefing them on it and getting them aware that there is an option to the course we're on now. So we do everything we can to get the word out of there. This is one half of what we do. The educational side and the social change side is the other half of what we do, and they're both equally important. But you have to have this if you're going to win the argument. People aren't stupid. You can't win people in the end on slogans when you're calling for change like this. So you have to actually do the work and be able to answer industry and make the argument. And this report is all about bringing about the changes that we need to have on the ground.
Thank you. I am going to close it there. Certainly Mark's going to be available for further questions, and I really want to thank Mark for his time today, but also his efforts in well, bringing art to sustainability, mate. You've done a great job, so thank you. We're certainly tread a path that many of us certainly a lot of work to follow, so thank you again, mate. The next part, we're just about wrapping up here. We also do a bit of community announcements. So those who want to mention future community announcements, just let us know. Steph is over there. And at the moment, we are going to start Twitter live feeds from Sustainable Drinks. We're moving into new technologies. Certainly, I'm not instigating that. My team certainly are, and the volunteers. So thank you very much, guys. And so we're going to start that from next month as well. So there's an EMS conference in Geelong. Shona's sitting here. So Shona, put your hand up. So those interested in the EMS conference down at Deakin University in Geelong, it's running next Tuesday or Wednesday. See Shona. Also some office leasing. Anyone interested in sustainable office space, come and see Steph. So she's got, I think there's about 6 to 10 desk space available there, Steph. Also the HEAT fundraiser. So this is helping youth by training hospitality skills, a really great initiative. They've got a fundraising dinner happening on Friday the 8th of October. It's a great initiative where it's taking people to, and helping them in terms of rehabilitation or confidence about themselves in terms of people who otherwise would be street kids, teaching them how to cook. And so through that process, building self-esteem and confidence and all that sort of stuff. Great initiative. So there's some flyers that are sitting outside, so those who are interested in attending that, that's Friday the 8th of October. We also have a door prize. So those who have been putting their business cards in, and today's door prize is by Nico, as one of Australia's leading sustainable goods. So Mark, do you mind doing the honours for us, mate, and drawing the door prize? There we go. Dale Crossman from Ericsson. Go on, Dale. Yep, I'll do that. Marsh just also asked me to mention that books are on sale out front, which go through the detailed part of this report. So really, well, as I say, the substance all there. So they're out the front over there. Also wanted to announce we do a bit of update in terms of stuff that we're seeing in the sustainability space, and some really exciting things are happening. I've mentioned a couple of times the World Economic Forum and what they're doing on sustainability, and there were two really big events last week. The event on sustainable consumption had its New York meeting last week. And we had an Australia Pacific Roundtable, which had the head of sustainability from Woolworths to Rio Tinto, and really pushing the boundaries about sustainability in that new business model. Well, that meeting happened in New York, in Nike, and these companies are going so fast at the moment in repositioning sustainability, which we may not be hearing this message here in Australia yet, but the world is changing really dramatically. So there's information on the World Economic Forum stuff at the moment, and for those who are going to be in Sydney next week, we've got Nick Davis, who has been involved in that project over the last 2.5 years, is going to be the guest speaker in Sydney for the sustainability drinks. So look out for that, and certainly represent that to people in Sydney who would like to attend. Numbers are quite limited, but there'll be certainly more information on that. But we also run that same project with the World Economic Forum and scenarios with the Australian metals and mining companies. So actually getting these companies to think about new business models and new scenarios and what the new business model might be for Australia. I can't talk too much about it, it's Chatham House rules, but certainly in terms of Australia moving from a resource production company or a country, moving towards more skills and knowledge base and using that knowledge and so forth as that might grow the new economy. And one of the things put forward was that maybe in Australia's in 20 years' time, that we won't just be exporting resources, we'll be exporting the knowledge and the resources to make a sustainable city. But to do that, we need to start here. So there's some really exciting things happening, and I want to make sure that we're continuing to bring the hope into this field and knowing that action is really taking place. That pretty much draws us to a conclusion for tonight. I'd really love to thank everyone for coming. It's really great to see so many new faces each week, and look forward to seeing you all next month. And thanks all very much for the volunteers. You've done a great job. Without this week can't happen. Thank you.